There's no time like the present.
But this is the past.
This week
Or that week?
on The Hapless Heroes.
No one said anything about smashing.
Now I'm thinking about smashing.
Hello and welcome back to the Hapless Heroes podcast. My name is Dave and I will be your host and dungeon master for this evening. And we are going to start this evening the same way I start every evening, darn it, by introducing our cast. And I am going to start all the way over to my left with Zach playing Pregnart.
It's me, Pregnart. Hello.
To his left we have Phil as Hedrick the Entertainer.
We gotta get back in time. Come on, Pregnart.
To his left we have Nicole as Boris the Butcher.
I prefer the doors with the presents.
To her left we have Mike as Lord and Captain Quinn Southwind.
Always at my service.
To his left we have John as Lord Jarrell the Light.
When are we going this time?
To his left we have James as Hoblet the Smasher.
Good evening, friendos.
And to his left we have Francesco as the fabulous Felix Fizzlebottom.
I have a plan.
And we left off last time stepping through a portal, not to where, well, kind of to where, but also to when, in what Dr. Hines referred to as the strange past.
AKA what happened that one time.
What happened that one time?
This might have been the wrong. I'm just gonna say this now to like my friends, like IRL here. This might have been the wrong choice, but
oh no, this
Please
is
don't
absolutely...
let it be my 8th birthday. Please don't let it be my 8th birthday.
What happened on your 8th birthday?
Yeah.
I hope not to discuss it, Mike.
And I don't need you all to find out.
Wherever we were going, now it's your 8th birthday.
And the scene opens as you step through the portal and regain your bearings into a closet. It's full of...
It is my 8th birthday, damn it! Sorry.
Chairs are stacked up at one end of the room neatly in what appears to be maybe about a 15 by 10 room. There are a few tables sort of stacked up on one end over at the other side of the room, and a couple of crates full of glassware, and a doorway off to the east. The portal sits very conspicuously, I might add, in the middle of the room, with some things just sort of piled around it as though it weren't really there.
So this is not like a mirror of, like how like when we stepped into when Boris, myself, and Pregnart stepped into what came before, right? The past. Like just the past,
yes.
Past, I guess.
Yeah.
It was like a mirror of the same room, just like not fully constructed. So now we're in like a closet, is what you're saying.
Yes.
Okay.
There is a wooden door to the east.
Okay. Just out of curiosity, is there a portal behind us?
Yes, the portal is sitting there right in the middle of this room.
And it's still very much open?
It's still very much open and very much visible, yes.
Okay, that's good. That's good. Just making sure. Jarrell, you want to stand by this doorway to make sure that it doesn't close on us? As well, you seem to be really a big fan of that.
Pregnart has entered the room, correct?
I think we're all here,
Yes.
right? We all entered together.
Unless someone is telling me they aren't here, I am assuming everyone is here.
I believe Jarrell still has the hammer. So as far as Jarrell can remember, the only way to open or close any of these portals is to hit the anvil. So Jarrell does not feel. He'll say, "I don't know that I have to stay here if nobody's going to shut the portal on us."
That's good. Let's operate under the assumption that no one will do that to us.
What is Dr. Hines doing?
Yeah.
Did he? I don't think he came through with us.
No, he did not come through with you.
Okay.
It seems that he has had enough of strange timelines.
I mean,
We should at least say something to him before we all just like dive on through.
No, we did that already, though. We're like, that moment is gone and past.
Oh, it has?
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah. Tried to run, tried to hide, but you broke on through to the other side.
That's
Okay.
what he said.
This is gonna pull a piece of wood out of her pocket, which I guess Hoblet would probably recognize as looking like a dwarven axe handle, and just kind of sticks it half through the portal, the way that you would wedge a door open as if there was a door in the portal.
That works so
And then,
great
like,
when you
Brushes her hands off and walks away proudly.
right when you jumped through with the rope. It worked so well.
Yeah. As soon as your hand lets go of the handle, it is shorn neatly in half by the portal.
Oh.
I'm really glad that doesn't happen to us when we walk through it.
Mm-hmm.
But let's remember to not like just stick half of ourselves in and out of portals anymore. Yeah.
It only happened when Boris let go of the handle.
Okay.
Right.
So just don't let yourself go. You know what I'm saying? That's really it.
Oh,
It happened to
I've
the
let myself go a
rope
long time.
while that was still tied around me.
Right.
It did.
Yes,
Mhm.
but this one works differently, apparently.
That's Dave
Shut
saying.
up.
Portals can sense intention, like the doors on Star Trek.
Exactly. Ever since you pointed that out to me, I have had to point that out now to everyone else that like watches science fiction like television. Like
I love
Yeah,
that.
thanks for that.
You're welcome. It ruins the entire show.
I love it.
that.
Anyways, speaking of intent, I intend to head towards the one door that's here,
yeah, there's nothing of note in the room.
aside from the stack
Really?
chairs.
Right.
All right. So you are heading towards that door, and as you get closer, you can definitely hear a din or a commotion on the other side of some sort. Some sort of clanging or clinking, and lots of voices, and it's tough to tell, are they angry or what's going on, because there's just so many.
Edric's curious about the commotion. He wants to take a peek through the door.
Wait, whoa, Hedrick, hold on a second. Remember that cool invisible trick that you did
Well, sure.
some time ago, where like you were like your body, you're totally not a doppelganger. Body double was here, and you were invisible, like walking around
Mhm.
and like doing
Double
stuff.
trouble.
Yeah, I'd say we operate. Maybe how about Operation Double Trouble, buddy?
Yeah, we can go for that.
We'll hang out in here.
Maybe,
How about
maybe
we'll
Bob-
set up some of these chairs. We'll just sit your lifeless copy over here, right? And then you go there and and then just tell us what's happening.
Wait, which one of these Hedricks can be killed?
Don't kill Hedrick.
No, I'm not trying to kill Hedrick. Having a copy of Hedrick here doesn't really help if he's not invisible, does it?
Well, the real Hedrick will be invisible.
Okay, good. I couldn't remember how that worked.
Let me just refresh my memory. And he starts tuning and playing it to get it just right. I just gotta kind of refresh myself for a second. Remember exactly how to play it. You become invisible at the same time, an illusory double of you appears where you're standing. The double lasts for up to 1 hour. But the invisibility ends if I attack or cast a spell. You can move on your action, twice your speed, make it gesture, speak, and behave in whatever manner I choose. You can see through its eyes and hear through its ears as if you were located where it is. On each of your turns as a bonus action, you can switch from using its senses to your own or back again. But while I'm in the double, I am blinded and deafened in regard to my real surroundings.
Perfect. Same thing happens when I do my thing with Slim. Alternatively, we could make Slim invisible, and then I can do the thing. It's just,
Well, I can make it do whatever I want. I'm going to have it go play. Because then my real self will be safe. I can use a old double here to just play for me, for the real show.
You're going to open for yourself?
Well, it's first time for everything.
So wait. You're going to send in the illusory copy of yourself that is visible into whatever is beyond this door.
Real as real can be.
I mean, isn't it like kind of brain dead though? Like a husk, right?
Well, I mean,
maybe I didn't quite get it right the first time. I think I got a hang of it now.
All right. Well, I guess we'll hang out in here. Just I guess pop back every so often. Just let us know what you're seeing out there, and if you need me to send Slim to back you up.
Yeah. All right. So he will kind of like reach into his hands pouch, like reach into his waistcoat, and then he pulls the lute out, and you can feel him kind of like, you can see him kind of just like wiping off the frets and then tuning it. And something special about this little cloth that he had, that's what he wanted to just add the final touch. And as soon as he strums, you don't hear a sound, he just vanishes. And then back into that shape, you hear this, like the sound appears when his illusory double shows up. And he says, okay, hi, failures. And ma'am, head on in there.
Hold on, just give us 1 second just to make sure we're safe. I'm going to have, ask, Jarrell or Hoblet to help me, take down, some of the chairs that are stacked up in here so we can just get one to sit the actual invisible body of Hedrick onto, so he's not just standing here motionless, invisible among us.
We won't bump into him.
Just sit him down on that. Okay, we got you, bud. Thumbs up. I believe in you.
The inert form of Hedrick the Entertainer is afforded some modicum of dignity in a seated position. Where right in the middle of the room here?
No, just like near one of the walls. You know what I mean? Just somewhere where we can kind of I could just stand by, just make sure he's not falling over or slumping. You know what I mean? Just so we can just adjust him.
Can I?
And we can't see his body, but we could feel that it's there. So it's
right, but so we're in a closet.
Ish.
Yeah?
Yes, you're in a closet,
a large
putting
closet.
an invisible body in a chair.
Okay.
Yeah.
But
what's so hard to understand about this?
I just need to say this out loud one time, okay? So, let's rewind. We're all at Fran's house, having pizza, playing D&D, shooting the shit. And all of a sudden, a human comes out of the closet. We're gonna fucking look in the closet. There's no way that this is done discreetly. Oh, bro, how'd you get in the closet? How is this gonna play out? It's not like there's somewhere you could be coming from. He's literally coming out of the closet into what sounds like a group of people who have some reason to know each other.
Maybe.
Probably.
Okay.
What's your charisma score?
It's fine. He's fine. He's good. He's good. He's good.
Okay.
I trust him.
Wait, should Pregnard go with him? Because he... I mean...
What is this? Why don't we... Why?
Right.
The entire...
I'm pretty persuasive. I can maybe just convince them not to do something.
Realistically, the invisible Hedrick probably should have went out the door instead of the, but
my entire reason for
we're already here.
My entire reason for suggesting this was for subterfuge, not for like not necessarily just like risking physical bodily harm. Like I was just I
Right.
wanted to get someone in there to just.
That's
see
okay. We'll see how this plays
and
out. I just
scope.
wanted to be sure that I let
right, yeah.
everyone know
I'm just-
where we're at.
I just Felix is
Yeah.
tired
Also-
of having to do everything by himself. I wasn't gonna just send Shady in there and do all the things by myself. I want to give my companions.
But then still a dragon is
responsibility.
flying out of the closet.
But we could turn it invisible. Like these two people here know how to cast invisibility.
All right, so you see a dragon fly out of a closet, and then it turns invisible.
No,
You're
it
still
turns
not going
invisible
to-
before we send it out. Come on.
Wait, I have a plan.
Yeah, now we're
Alright.
just doing a bastardized version of the plan that I was suggesting.
And I love it. I
Sure.
love how it's going to play out. Let's do
If
it.
it's a bad plan, then
We're
it's
already-
bastardized. Sure.
No one has stopped it up to this point in time. We're in way too deep.
Okay, folks, I would like some decisive action here. I love this, and I want this. But I need to advance the plot. So, what are we actually doing?
Arguing for 15 minutes about what we do is what we're doing.
Okay.
God.
Okay. Yes, I took that as read. Especially as you guys have been arguing for roughly about 15
I
minutes.
feel like we're in it. I just wanted to be clear as to what, like, we're in a closet when we're about to send a human body out of the closet door. Ready?
Yeah, ready, go. Because Hedrick had his own plan. He's going now.
Yeah.
Go, Hedrick.
Yeah.
And no
When
one's
does
that's what
Hoblet-
I'm saying.
When
No
does
one
Hoblet
stopped
become
him.
the reflective one, though?
I don't
Maybe
know this is Hoblet.
Is this
I'm
you after
just-
2 babies? I don't understand. I don't know what's happening.
Because the Hoblet timer isn't just as simplistic as you might think it is. It's not just that Hoblet is going to get wild after a certain amount of time. After a certain amount of time, he's going to do something, and it could be get reflective. And that's what you allowed to happen. Is this went on for about 10 minutes, Hoblet got reflective. You didn't have to get smashy.
He just started thinking, because if we're going to smash, then I'll just pull Trixie out. Let's go fucking smash.
No one said anything about smashing.
Now I'm thinking about smashing.
Stop.
See, the fact that we made it this far before smashing came out is what we call character development in some circles.
You're raising a valid point here. If we're not sending the invisible musician, we should send the visible musician, like playing a trumpet with confetti. Like go hard if we're not going invisible.
So,
Ready? Yeah. But yeah, Hedrick's going out.
Hedrick, you are the visible faux musician. Well, actually, a real musician, but we're not even going to mess around with how that even conjugates. But so you intend on exiting this door, correct?
Yeah.
The double had his hand on the knob. Within 10 minutes, I can switch back and forth.
He had his hand on a knob and then came out of
Yeah.
a closet.
Yeah, he pushed the door through.
Sounds like a grand old time.
You said you said it sounded like a lot of people.
Okay, yes. So we're going to
go entertain them.
Yes, we are going to cut to that. And the door opens and closes behind Hedrick as he steps out of the room.
Now, mind you, we're all visible in the closet room with an invisible Hedrick.
It's a big closet.
Listen, we're not going to get into that because, maybe people don't pay much attention to this closet. But, Hedrick, I lose track sometimes. How well traveled are you? What places have you been?
Well, before being with the heroes, probably only places of bigger population. I think he comes from humble roots, but not too far off of the main road, because that's where he saw his exit to get out of the country and into the city. So
He did also spend some time with the Cloud Giants.
Yes. So you find yourself in a tavern of all places, a really big one though. Like you had toured, you'd made your bones on the road, but you never got to play anywhere quite this big. It's almost the size of like a beer hall of some sort. Lots and lots of tables, like maybe 100 of them, with groups of what appear to be maybe even adventurers at the various tables. Along the north side of this large room, there is a bar that extends the length of the room, which is easily 150 feet. It's got numerous bartenders at it. And it has a large chalkboard mounted in the wall, like in the back, above the bar, a little ways. It's got some names written on it and some dates and probably some other stuff. You're not quite close enough to see that yet, though. There's also at the eastern end of the room, far down the hallway, appear to be some very large bulletin boards with lots of papers tacked to them, all kinds of different colored pages, and some of them look a little tattered at the bottom. It's a ways away, so you can't really read anything on them. You can just sort of tell that they're there on a couple of 6x8 cork boards that just take up a big segment of the wall over there. But otherwise, it is a raucous party in this place. It appears that there are adventurers carousing and drinking their heads off over here. Lots of people getting drunk at the bar, and a good time being had by all. But no live musician playing as of yet.
Is there a stage?
There is, and it is along the south end. At the southeast, there is the entrance to this place. But maybe starting about 20 feet to the west of that and along the south end there's a stage maybe about 15 feet wide, 5 feet deep, just sort of raised like a 2-step dais, maybe about 2 or 3 feet off the ground. There's appears to be some sort of instrument, like a piano analog along the back wall there, collecting some dust, but otherwise nothing much going on up there right now.
Is there a waiter or waitress?
There are some barmaids sort of making their way amongst the tables. You do notice one of the barmaids being accosted in a very harassy sort of manner by one of the patrons at one of the tables. With one of the quickest motions you've ever seen in your life, she reaches into her bodice, pulls out a 12-inch dagger, and cuts the dude's hand off at the wrist.
Yo.
Wipes it off on her skirt, chunk right back into there, and walks on.
Can I grab her attention? I want to try to get up to her in time.
Can I get her number?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can hear now the howling as this dude, obviously has just been unhanded in a very literal manner, like grabbing at his wrist and just making all sorts of terrible noises as blood spurts out onto the hardwood. In the background, a couple of burly dudes come up and escort him and his party out of the building. And you approach the barmaid, hopefully with a different approach than the last patron.
Yes. The double will go up to her, not touching her, of course. Just getting up in front of her to say, "Excuse me, miss. I know you're very busy. If you don't mind, I'll keep up with you here. That was quite impressive."
Oh, sweetheart, that was nothing.
Well, hey, my name's Hedrick. I actually have some friends here with me. I was wondering if maybe you guys would like some entertainment for the evening.
Well, we had somebody scheduled, but they had to drop out. But anyway, you should go to over to the bar and talk to either Frank or Joey. One of them, they'd be able to get you sorted right out.
Oh no, Joey.
Well, thank you very much, miss.
You're welcome.
And
she turns around and shouts, "Hey! Can we get a cleanup over here?"
The double will go back over to the closet and open the door and step on back through the closet.
The double goes back into the closet.
And he'll look at everybody and go, "Great news, everybody. I got us a gig."
Wait, the double saying this?
Yeah, the double is saying that.
Wait, hold on. What?
Pregnard casts shape water and puts his magical suit on.
Oh no.
All right, now, what I have in mind...
Her fabulous fur coat.
I have some feats of strength in mind. I have some oddities of nature in mind. I've got a lot of ideas here, folks. What I need to do is first go talk to the management.
Hedrick.
and make our final arrangements. But I think y'all should just follow me.
Hedrick. Buddy.
He is aware that we're trying to save the world, correct?
Hedrick. Hey, bud. Sorry. So, let me get this straight. I ask you to go out and just scout the situation, see what's going on, and report back. And you book us a gig? Where?
Yeah, and
Why?
I bet we're gonna get a shit ton of tips.
Hedrick. Hedrick. Oh boy! And Felix, like places his fingers, right? He like pinches his fingers to like the bridge of his nose.
So from this information, I can ascertain that he's walked out into some type of saloon.
Or a
some
party
type
or
of
something.
some type of saloon. Yes. Since Hoblet hasn't put eyes on it, I can't tell you more than that.
Sure. Oh, we don't have time for a fucking show. Let's go. And Hoblet's gonna head out the door.
Which door?
The door. The wooden
Like
door
into
to the
like
bar.
into the bar. Oh god. Okay.
We don't have time for this. We're saving
All right.
the world. We
Hoblet
got business
barges
to
out
handle.
into the bar.
Okay.
How about everybody else?
I'll follow
Let's
Hoblet.
Yep, Jarrell will
Yeah,
follow.
Pregnard.
Let's go.
Boris is wearing
Not hostile.
her fur coat and a monocle and a fake mustache at this point, and has somewhere gotten a hoop and is trying to convince to jump through the hoop. And,
Wait, is here?
Yeah, Um's been in her pocket the whole time,
Oh,
so she
thank
just
goodness.
pulled out of a pocket.
Okay. I was just curious what happened to
Yeah, he went into a pocket before we went to the first portal, I think.
Okay.
And he's just been chilling
is-
in my pocket the whole time.
What kind of creature is again?
It's a robot hellhound, like a tiny one, like the little like pet robot dogs that you that
Like a
were around.
VTech dog.
Yes, those. That is
Great.
literally only capable of going a roof, and apparently vaporizing things that it eats.
He's just been in like low power mode in my pocket. He's good. He's chilling. He doesn't need air.
All right,
Hedrick
Hedrick.
He'll look over at Captain Quinn and say, I was going to ask Felix to be my manager. And hang his head low as he holds the door open for himself for the invisible Hedrick to walk out.
Wait,
So
no,
is he
but Invisible Hedrick can't walk while you're the illusion. Like we have to
So,
walk
The
Invisible
illusion
Hedrick out.
Yeah.
has
So are
walked
you
to the
guys
door and holding the door open, so then the invisible
Oh, so
Hedrick
you can turn
move
back to
through.
the.
The invisible Hedrick will just like post up against a wall until the group moves through, and then he's just going to periodically tag along, follow behind his illusory double.
Oh my god.
This is brilliant.
Is it?
It lasts for an hour.
This is gonna be real weird.
Right?
It's
When
is.
isn't it real rough?
away, but keeps her outfit on before leaving the room.
Oh my god.
Good.
Okay, well, we're
All right.
in the saloon.
Yes, so everybody steps out, and Felix, Hoblet, Jarrell, and Quinn have been here before.
No shit. This is where I killed what's his face.
This is the Tarantus West Runner House.
Is this where we went right before? Is this where we? What's the bird creature?
But
Right
you,
before we.
Tarantus.
Probably
is
where
it
you
the
went that one
Eric
time.
This is where we got the
Tiddlywonk.
heist. This is where we got the heist job. I'm pretty
Mm-hmm.
sure, or where we turned it in, because we did the
You're
heist.
thinking
Where
of
we
the-
met the Aarakocra, right?
You know, you're thinking of the other runner
Coco was
house.
way later.
That was
No,
way later.
Tiddlywonk. Tiddlywonk.
Was it Tiddlywonk?
Yeah, Tiddlywonk was at the Bar and Grill.
God,
Right,
that's-
which is
that's not
which is
here.
in Last Wall.
That's Last
I
yeah.
don't even remember any of this. Oh my god.
I know.
This one was the bar manned by Frank and Joey.
Yes.
Right.
I remember Joey.
Yeah, well, you remember Frank at the beginning too. He couldn't read.
Yeah.
No, I thought
Right,
Joey.
Frank-
I thought Joey
Nope.
couldn't read.
No, Frank was the one who couldn't read. He summoned Joey, and
I
I
see.
remember
Right.
that because I
Oh,
listened
yeah.
to the episode today.
we got an episode number for anybody?
Oh,
Okay,
geez,
to,
it was
For
I
the
don't know,
true
let me
believers?
Bust open Spotify here real quick. What was I damn listening to? It was episode 22, Grand Theft Uh-oh.
Yep.
All right.
Grand Theft, the heist episode.
That was the heist
Yeah.
planning episode.
Yes.
Then Jewel of Denial or the Nope Diamond was the actual heist.
Okay, so still to this day, right? And it's been like probably 5 years, just about, or 4.5 years since we recorded those heist episodes. Those still are probably two of the best, one of the best pairs of episodes I think we've ever done.
Yeah, we peaked at 20. It was great.
Didn't we all?
Episode 220.
Didn't we all peak at 20?
Yeah. I know I did.
We peaked at 20 and then lived at 200. It's been a long, slow decline, everyone.
I think we just described Hoblet's life.
Rings a little bit too true.
Yes. You guys find yourself in a raucous Tarantus West runner house.
How did we end up here?
We came through a portal.
No,
We just came through it into the closet. We all went through. We popped out into the closet.
I hate you.
Here we are.
I mean, he's right.
I hate you.
All right, Pregnard is going to try to talk to somebody.
Be more
immediately.
specific
He's
with your
so
your
overwhelmed.
rhetorical
He's
questions.
dressed to the nines now.
Yes, you are. So are you looking...
Pregnard is like so excited to like meet and talk to somebody new.
Wonderful. Are you going to talk to a patron? Are you going to talk to one of the barmaids? It looks like, well, you wouldn't know, so never mind that part.
Well, I mean, looking around the room, does anybody appear like they're having an especially large amount of fun?
There
any
is...
boisterous conversations? He's going to be attracted to like a good, like not the bar. He's going to be attracted to like a close-knit group of friends or something that are all jovial and having a boisterous conversation or something like that.
There happens to be just such a party, maybe about 3 tables over from you. Everybody really is, but these people are living it up right now.
Tell me about that.
Well, it looks to be an adventuring party, maybe not so far along the way as you guys, and you can kind of all notice you're getting a few looks as you pass through. Not so many people
Because
are...
I'm dressed so cool.
Because you're dressed so cool, and everybody else is dressed some combination of cool and lethal. Like, adventurers like you don't pass through a southern runner house like this very often. Like, adventurers looking like you guys with the kind of gear some of you guys are carrying don't pass through the bar and grill very often.
All right, just as a measure to like blend in, Pregnart shapes the water around the back portion of his suit to make it like a scary, angry face.
Oh my god.
Okay, yeah, so there's even a little bit more of that. Obviously, see, that's the problem is your reputation doesn't precede you. When people who looked like you were here last, the heroes of Telduria weren't exactly a thing. But let's cut back to Pregnart approaching this table of raucous partiers, really just absolutely getting their groove on over there. And it looks like there's some sort of gnomish female over there who's wearing the colors of the Omega Project, very loud and proud. With some other people, they're not really wearing Omega Project colors. They're just looking like regular old runners, having a good old time of it.
Yeah, I approach them and I say,
Oh, hello. My name is Pregnard.
And the gnomish woman turns to you guys, with the rest of the party. Well, hello there. Hey, how you doing? Yeah, we're an adventuring party, and you are nothing we have ever seen before. I need to introduce myself. My name is Persephone Orion. I'm with the Omega Project.
Oh, it's Persephone.
I recognize that name.
Tell me, Mr. Frogman, where are you from?
I was made by Dr. Diddle.
Wait. That Dr. Didu?
The one and only, the greatest guy ever. I
Oh,
miss him.
oh, honey. That's great.
What?
And very quickly, her attention just sort of snaps right over your left shoulder, Pregnart. Felix Fizzlebottom, is that you? I have not seen you in forever. Oh my gosh, how are you? And she runs up and gives you a hug that's just a little bit tighter than you feel like was warranted and appropriate.
Yep,
And
Mike.
it lasts a little too long, too.
Yep, one of us shagged Persephone, didn't we? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Depends. How did it play out last time?
We didn't establish anything last time. We just
Oh,
established that they
we
had a history.
established a fact.
Hello, Persephone. Yeah, just how long has it been since we've seen each other?
Oh, geez, maybe about, I don't know, 9-10 months back at the project. We had lunch one time. It was good. I wish I'd gotten a chance to, maybe have another lunch with you. But, man, you wound up out on the road after that. I heard you died.
Yeah. So I'm here. Hi.
Well, I mean, it's the life of adventurers, right?
Yeah, it's
That doesn't
it's
stick to us.
it's what happens, Yeah, I mean, we hope, right? We can only hope. Felix is desperately trying to make small talk right now because, like, for the first time, he is actually feeling socially uncomfortable.
It's kind of reminding me of an episode of Big Bang Theory right now. Like two nerds just coming back together again after.
Yeah,
months.
no, I do remember vaguely our last interaction, but like our last interaction was in another timeline. So like, I'm trying to piece together how much has what has
She remembers it vividly.
Okay. What was the last thing you heard about what I was up to?
I hadn't heard anything up until you were somewhere up towards the north, and you had just vanished for a while.
Vanished for a while. Like north, like last wild north, or like the.
Well, you had said you were trying to make it all the way to Ulf or something. I mean, this was.
Uh-oh.
I mean, you were doing this with the project.
Uh-huh. What year is it right now?
Whatever year it was, the day you guys got the jewel heist job.
Okay.
We never really did a great job of tacking down the calendar
No,
in this
we
one.
did not. But now I know what timeline, or what she's referencing when she last heard about me. Because Ul, obviously, as we know, is not a city anymore. It's the one that went boom boom during the fall upheaval and created the Crucible Lands and turned the world into what it is today. I guess little known.
Different from when Felix and Persephone went boom.
Yeah,
Well-
unless I messed up your timeline, that was approximately when
yep.
all that stuff happened. Was a few months before the heroes started
Yes.
doing their thing. Yeah,
Something I
okay.
guess we haven't discussed about Felix's backstory on the air, but it is written and has been on my character sheet, is that, yes, I was kind of in the general vicinity when Ul went boom boom. And yet, here I am. Stroke of luck, honestly. Getting out of all that mess, it was terrible. I'm just glad to be alive, and glad to be here. It was a terrible mess what happened there. Obviously, we all know what's going on. The world hasn't been the same since. It's been about 160 years since then, right?
Yeah, something like that. Listen, time got a little messy in there for a little bit, but carry the two. Yeah. Oh my gosh, it has been. It really hasn't been months.
Gnome lives, I mean, it's what's 100 years when we have about.
She slides a little close. Wish it had been. I'm glad you're back.
I mean, yeah, it's great to see you too. I could give her like one of those like a very platonic like pat like on the shoulder.
Hand doesn't even fully make
And
contact,
she
really.
kind of- Yeah. Like her eyes like look disappointed for only the briefest of seconds, but then, just fire right back up. Listen, we're gonna be around for a little bit. We gotta get us some more drinks. You and your friends get you some drinks, and maybe we'll find each other later in the night, right?
Yeah, that'd be great. Yeah, we'll definitely be here still later on in the night. We'll definitely still be here.
Good. Counting on it.
You can count on me.
Parking lot.
I'm gonna try to like fill in my companions about I guess when I think we are. If that makes sense. And I will also exclaim this. I'm not entirely sure or quite put my finger on what is so strange about this so far. What happened this one time? Like, this is before we got the heist. Or around the time we got the heist. Wait, are we out doing the heist? I'm gonna go over to the posting board, like where there's like the jobs and all this stuff up. Are there any notices about like procuring some sort of valuable jewel? Like I'm gonna look at the job postings and see if the job posting for the heist is here. Because I know we picked that up remotely, but I mean, jobs are shared all over the place, right? So I'm curious to see if there is a posting for that job on the board right now in this timeline.
There are a bunch of boards, so let's kind of simplify this down to an investigation check.
So what? 1 + 6 is 7.
The first roll of the night.
It'll be a long night.
Yes, you find 3 of them.
Oh shit!
Damn it.
Okay. Oh god, I have to go talk to if I recall correctly, there's a very specific person who's working the desk at this place. But I'm gonna go to the where you essentially exchange or like take the jobs, right? And just go up to like one of the people at those booths, who are dealing with the hiring of the adventurers. Like, hey, didn't happen to see party people, some folks kind of look a little bit like myself and those fine people over there. Did you? At any point in time this week?
He leans into you close and like, listen, Manny, I don't see people looking like you coming through here just about this side at like ever. In fact, I don't see people loaded for bail like you guys like this far south like ever. Like you're not coming here to start no trouble, is ya?
No, definitely not.
Because
Actually,
if you are, you got to tell me. It's like the law or something.
No, I think our bard is trying to play a show or something.
Well, I mean, isn't that what they like always do?
It would seem.
Excuse me, are you?
I mean, that and causing trouble, they ain't mutually exclusive. And I mean, I'm like looking at some of these cleavers you guys is like bringing around, and like I don't know what they're going on with that big old hammer that dwarf over there is carrying. I mean, I don't know what any dwarf is doing with the hammers. But
Don't worry about
like,
it.
That thing's like extra. Like, oh geez, I'm sorry, I get a little bit too talky, being behind the bar and all that sort of thing. So anyway, you telling me you got a bard? He's trying to play some kind of show, huh?
Yeah, I feel like because like Hedrick's been like, excuse me, hello. And it's like I hate stand in front of him, right? Because like I'm much shorter than Hedrick, but I.
Listen, I'm sorry there, guy. I got all the reading skills, but I didn't much get the talking like people skills and nothing like that, But I can read people's a little bit, and it looks like you guys, you get up to some tussles or something like that. And I'm hoping you guys don't do that around here.
No, we won't.
Right.
Oh wait, you must be Joey.
No,
you're Frank.
Tony.
You're Frank.
Frank.
Because you can't read. Right. Sorry.
No,
Frank.
I told you I was good with the readings.
Oh, Frank can read.
Yeah, I can read.
Wait, isn't that
It's
different?
Joey's the illiterate one who can't read. Like, what are you going on about? The absolute jabroni over here. Like, you brought him mixed up.
Excuse me.
My brain is fried.
Go ahead, Hedrick.
Anyway, it was the other way in the other timeline.
It was the other way in
That's
the
what I
other
was gonna
timeline.
say.
That's
Yeah,
what I'm saying.
I wasn't sure if Dave was going to tell it or not. Yeah.
Dave's not fucking gaslighting me for nothing here, okay? Like, this is...
No,
all right.
but I'm like ungaslighting you. Like, I'm just trying to drop hints that there are differences.
There are subtle
about this one.
differences, yes.
Felix, you are the worst manager. I'm sorry.
I
Frank.
never
Please
asked to
excuse
be...
him.
I don't ever never asked to be your manager. Hedrick, I expected you to be
it's fine.
an adult and deliver results on a very simple plan.
Clearly, it
And
wasn't
I don't know,
that
man, but
simple.
And I'm going to walk
this
away
man-
fuming. No, I walk away fuming.
Listen. He leans over to Hedrick. Listen, Manny, does this plan of his involve you like maybe playing some bangers for the crowd over here? Because I want to keep some butts and seats here tonight. And I mean, they're a little raucous, but I think we could probably use a little bit of livening ups.
Well, I do tell you, my rates are rather sharp, but it's really on behalf of my security. You see, I got to keep them well taken care of, and well, I always deliver.
What the hell kind of fanboys you got where you need security who rolls this freaking deep over here?
Well, you'd be surprised. But needless to say, we are happy to see some fresh faces, and we'd be happy to empty some of your kegs and hopefully entertain some of your patrons.
Listen, I'll keep the booze flowing for you guys for the night, and we'll talk about let's see, maybe about 10% of the bar take for the night. You guys, you keep the party going. We'll make sure you get your cut, right?
Excellent. All right. Do you have a green room or anything? Someplace I can maybe prepare and warm up before the show?
Listen, we don't got nothing fancy like that, but and he points to the closet you guys came out of. We got a closet over there we don't really use for much. You guys can always get ready over there. Or maybe stash some of the more intimidating looking cutting sticks you got over there. Maybe people think you're not trying to rough them up, start some trouble or something like that. Like
The hammer stays
jeez.
on during the performance.
Listen, I don't want to know about none of your failed comparisons and nothing like that. If you got it, you could do what you got to do with that ammo, but keep that private stuff private, huh?
I will do what I want to do with this hammer. Thank you.
Ew.
As a
I
matter
don't
of
want to hear
fact,
none of that. Didn't I just say that shit?
Frank, it's part of the show. Okay, it's all part of the show. All
This ain't one of them aristocrats kind of things, is it?
More like Gallagher.
Which one, Noel or Liam? Because they both caused some trouble up in this place. Like we don't go for none of that Manchester kind of crap over here.
No, I assure you, everybody will enjoy the show, and don't worry, we'll clean up after ourselves and everything.
We got decent janitorial staff here though, but yeah, try not to go overboard. Go have fun, but make these people have fun. That's the whole thing we fucking paying you for. Get out of here, you jabroni. Go play some fucking music or something.
Hey,
He's your fucking
He
Steinbach.
gets to taking care of us in the bar.
what do you normally pay a bard?
I don't know. I don't know if we've ever really discussed that, but I would say 10% of the booze take for the night
said.
is probably
Yeah.
pretty damn good.
Yeah, that's a lot of gold probably for this place.
I guarantee.
Yeah, for
you'll
the
get
size
your,
of this kind of place. Yeah.
I have a... Go ahead. Sorry.
I guarantee you'll get your money's worth.
I was going to say, speaking of money and gold, I'd like to pull a gold piece out of my pocket, right? Like, these gold pieces, right? They're obviously minted probably in some way to indicate where they're from, or you know what I mean? Like, do I have any Teldurian or not Tarantian marks, like currency, on me in my?
And there's still plenty of them floating around the world.
So I'd like to see. Okay, on the Tarantian mark, is there like a particular visage of like a former, I don't know, emperor or leader, or
Like the
something
current
that?
emperor.
Yeah.
Yeah, they still have the. This is before the coronation, so they
Yes.
still have the old emperors.
Emperor Titus.
Emperor Titus, yes, that's it.
Okay.
It is
on-
Emperor
Is
Titus.
on my coin and on the coins that are being exchanged for booze at the bar. Is it the same?
Yeah, it's still Emperor Titus.
Okay, just checking. Right, just trying to see
Although,
how
wait
strange
a
we've
second.
gotten here.
Wait, look. Make an investigation check.
Okay. That's much better. 17.
You can tell in the ones in this one, he's wearing a diamond earring. But that's the only difference. He's wearing a
Okay.
diamond earring.
Okay. Slight difference. Okay. I'm just gonna I'm just gonna talk to the party and be like, I need some air for a second. I'll be back in a sec. I'd like to try to, for just a moment, step outside of the bar. Go outside into Charantis and take in my surroundings. Because obviously, right, where in the present timeline we're at, this city's gone. Vecna took it and took it God knows where.
Yes. You step out onto the street, and things are definitely a few degrees cooler. You know, it's still probably in the mid-high 70s. It's pretty nice out. A clear, calm night. You can see the stars up above, and they are beautiful. The glowing column of light from the center of the city, about 2 miles away from you, due directly to the east, spews its light out into the sky and pollutes a bit of it on the eastern side, but definitely out towards the west, stars are gorgeous. It's a beautiful night.
Okay, I'm just gonna go back
Captain.
inside.
Captain, do you recognize anybody here?
The last time I was here, I might have been a little bit tipsier than I would have expected. I do remember Frank and Joey. Frank's the one that can't read, right?
No, I think Frank's the one that can read. At least from what I gathered, he seems to
Oh,
be.
no,
I haven't met Joey yet.
I'm pretty sure it was Frank that couldn't read.
Captain, I'm a little perplexed. Maybe I haven't quite thought this through. I mean, shit, we are in an alternate past, not the real past. So what if I
I
play
don't
a
know
good
that.
show
I don't know
here?
that we know that.
Oh, well, this. I thought
Dr.
Hines
Hines
explained
told
to
us.
us. Yeah, that there was
There's an
normal past.
alternate?
That this is
Then
very
there's like
much the strange past.
Yeah, the ideal and the strange were
Yeah.
different doorways.
Yes, and Dr. Hines had fallen out of the strange present, and he was not keen to go back anytime soon.
And we're in the strange
mean,
past.
Felix was telling me, we didn't have time to do what I wanted to do. I mean, shit, I think you guys are all amazing. We could put on a hell of a show, if for nothing else, our own confidence, right? Because what if I play a good show here and then I go back to the normal present and it turns out it was a bad show in the real present? I need a little help, Captain. I need some inspiration.
You need some drugs. You just need to chill and let Felix do the overthinking.
I wonder what the Felix in this point, like, is there another Felix? Like, I'm just all messed up. I think I'm going to go relax in the closet.
One thing about timelines I know is we don't want to meet ourselves.
Right.
You have not, as of yet, met yourselves in this place.
I'd prefer not to.
So, I mean, Boris has never been here before, to my knowledge, but is there anything that she notices weird about the environment just with her ridiculous passive perception?
Nothing particularly weird about it. It's a capital P party going on in here. I mean, this is more adults drinking in one place than you've seen outside of maybe one or two occasions in your entire life. It's a pretty big place. It's pretty raucous. There are fights kind of breaking out and getting put out, periodically all over. That one gropey dude getting unhanded is not the most uncommon occurrence in here, obviously. People sort of lived with it. A little bit of bloodshed in places like this.
Quinn, is there any kind of music going on right now?
No, there isn't. That's what Hedrick is ostensibly being paid to do.
Did the hand ever get picked and cleaned up in the time that we've been in here so far?
Oh, yeah. By now, it's already gone.
Okay.
Somebody else is already at the table.
You can't have the hand, Boris.
Damn it.
No, that explicitly belongs to the bar management.
Is there a sign?
Make a perception check.
$26.
Yeah, it's actually not a little bit to the left of what appears to be the runner scoreboard for this place. Now that people among the group who know what one of those looks like have seen. Just off to the left of that, in a, I wouldn't say crudely painted, but definitely it was done, years ago. It's like in a old style from before you were born, like in red lettering on yellow, which appears to even be hand painted. Wandering hands become property of management.
Quinn puts his hands in his pockets.
Oh boy.
Yeah, Boris would have read that out loud. Wandering hands become property of management.
Removing all doubt from anybody who would have spied you as a suspect already, or sneaky looking individual. You had to say it out loud to let them know you read that.
I just really want to figure out what the fuck it means with what happened that one time. What is so strange about this past? I want to know what the fuck happened here, so that we can never make sure it never happens again or something. I don't know. What is so bad about this?
The more raucous it gets here, the more Quinn starts wondering why Quinn isn't there.
It's a big world there, Quinn.
This is just a runner house. I think you spent time in finer places.
Well, I mean, he spent time in this.
I'm always where the party
in episode 22.
Right.
True.
All right.
So you never really followed up on the flyers with the bar staff, but I guess you weren't as interested in that as getting mad at Hedrick. But anyway, Hedrick, what are you doing right now?
Yeah, Hedrick is going to walk to the closet and look like he's going to go in. And he's going to pull out his loot. And he's going to sit up on stage.
Which Hedrick is sitting on stage, and how visible is he? This is
still the double.
This is the visible double on stage with the loot.
Yeah, the real invisible Hedrick is right next to the side stage, just kind of leaning against the wall at this point.
So how did you get him there? Did you Weekend at Bernie's him over or something?
Yeah, I feel like you would need some help.
Yeah, because doesn't one of you have to be inert at all times?
Yeah, when he goes over to the closet door, he kind of stops and does the. I just remember it's like
yes,
Johnny Cash,
holds the door open.
Walk hard, one of those.
All right, invisible Hedrick takes his seat and then he pops back in, and visible Hedrick continues. All right, got that.
Just so he's on standby and he's ready. And he's going to start off. He's just going to say, "Good evening, everybody. My name's Hedrick. I know we could all use some better time, so hopefully I make this time a little bit better." And he's just going to start playing instrumentals at first. He's not going to start singing. He's going to start laying down just ambiance in the room to kind of get his skill, his chops warmed up.
Wonderful. You're playing that loud enough to be heard, but not trying to amplify it or anything? So just sound checking or?
Regular volume right now, gauging the room. seeing how many people are paying attention, how many people are glancing, how many people are ignoring it.
Sounds
Pregnard
good.
is front row center.
All right, Hedrick, give me a performance check.
Can I give him like advantage with
You can help.
my
The help action.
charisma?
If
'Cause
you're using the help
I'm-
action, yeah.
Yeah, I'm helping him.
It's a
I'm hyping up the
I
crowd.
was gonna say, how are you
Advantage?
helping him? Yeah.
Yeah, in the
I'm-
way
I'm
that
front row
Pregnard
center.
does.
Right.
I'm appearing to be very excited, and truthfully, am very excited to see Hedrick perform.
I rolled 2 19s, giving a total of 34.
Okay.
Same roll. 19, 19. So I'll take it.
Wonderful. So you are crushing it. The tables closest to you are definitely getting a little bit quieter in their conversations. You know, they're starting to turn a little bit. Some of the bar kind of stooly chairs are starting to get turned towards the stage. It's you're definitely grabbing some ears and some eyes.
I'm gonna persuade the nearest table to stand up and dance with me.
They really don't need much persuading at this point.
Okay.
Basically, you walk over to them and even start wiggling a little bit. One of them's just gonna start, coming over, kind of shaking it with you, and by that point, you got the whole table sucked right in.
All right. I'd move on to the next table.
I'd like to keep an eye on the crowd and on the door to the front. Like, set myself up kind of farther away from the stage so I can just kind of like see what's happening towards like where like there's like less action and where like
Alright.
potential strange things could possibly happen that I should warn my friends about before something else bad happens.
All right. Let's see. People I haven't checked in on lately just to see. Hey, Hoblet, what are you up to right now?
I guess. Taking in the show.
Taking in the show. Okay.
Yeah,
Cool.
We're rocking out. If that's what the crew's doing.
Sounds
maybe-
good.
Maybe
Put
throwing
down
a
a-
little security if he needs.
All right. Nobody's trying to get too handsy just yet. It seems like this place has got most
I
of
don't
that.
know what lyrics he's busting out, so you
yeah.
never know when the crowd could erupt.
Yeah. You never know. You never know what might happen. But yeah, I'd say party on. You got a drink of choice you're trying to go after tonight. Maybe getting after. Well, it's a little too late in the day for those mimosas, but
I mean, we are on a mission, but I'd never turn down whatever the drink of the house was, I guess. Perhaps an ale or a whiskey.
they've got all kinds.
I imagine
of
they've
ales
got the
here.
run of it.
Yeah, they even got some pretty good dwarven ones here.
I mean, if they've got Dwarven whiskey, I'm in.
Dwarven whiskey, wonderful. All right, so that's what Hoblet's getting up to.
Yeah.
How about Jarrell? What are you up to?
Jarrell would be actually just focusing on his security job. Just kind of standing near the stage.
Yes, you're doing excellently well at it, as you are, especially in full paladin plate with the sword of justice strapped over your
Right,
back.
overkill for security, yeah.
Yes, you're literally the roughest men most of these people will see in their entire lives.
Right.
Why are we doing this though? Like, why are we throwing a show for this fucking?
I don't know. I had a
that's-
setting and I had a couple of kind of goals out in the world out there, but for the most part, I just sort of gave you guys a place and let you happen in it.
Yeah.
Do I have what Boris is doing?
I mean, I was just kind of giving the internal sort of like dialogue that Felix is having with himself, like why?
Fran, you are Felix.
I think you're asking the wrong question. The question truly is why not?
Because we have
Yeah,
a world to save.
And we will save it.
Pregnard casts message, and he points to Felix and says,
Shut up and come dance.
I will do nothing of the sort.
I will try to persuade you.
I will refuse and try to persuade you that I do
Dave?
not want
Okay.
to dance.
Persuasion contest.
Stubbornness contest.
25.
Ooh.
26.
Dance,
Are you serious?
Yeah, I rolled a 16. I have plus 10 persuasion.
I also have plus 10 persuasion, and I rolled a 15. God damn it. Against his better judgment, Felix goes up and starts dancing a little bit. Like he gives he's moving his arms a little bit. His hips aren't really in it, but he's dancing.
I just like to think of a real sentimental moment where you both stop arguing and Pregnard approaches and just holds his hand out. And that was all you needed. You reach out
I'm not
and grab
touching
his
it.
hand, and he leads you to the dance
I'm
floor.
not touching his hand. Let's get that clear. Like I'll walk to.
I want the
I'll-
dirty dancing moment where Felix
Right.
runs up to him.
Slap
Pregnard-
it. Slap it away.
I will walk with Pregnard to the dance floor. He will not walk me to the dance floor.
I think it's called the chasse when you're.
Sachet.
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 Yeah. Sachet.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
Chassé.
guess I will sachet my way onto that dance floor.
Damn, just
All
get-
right, getting his wiggle on there. And hey, Felix, since it was something you were trying to do, just make a perception check for me real quick.
I was trying to do that.
We did have a mission to accomplish.
12.
Yeah.
A
I've got a
12.
mission.
You notice some vaguely familiar people walking in the door, but
No.
nah, couldn't be.
No.
Couldn't be them.
No.
Hey,
Jarrell is
Okay,
like
Jarrell.
watching the doors.
Yeah.
Oh, if you would be
Security.
watching the doors, Jarrell, make me a perception check then.
Oh, well, these are always great anyway. So let's.
The classic Jarrell
Well,
wisdom-based
here.
checks.
While trying to pay attention, it's a 9.
Yeah.
It's a 9. Yeah, you see some familiar. No, not them. It couldn't be them, and your brain rejects the thought.
Who's? Ugh, I don't like that.
I mean, I too am running security with Jarrell,
Yeah.
so I'm also looking around.
Fuck it. All right, Hoblet. Why the hell not? I love it.
Yeah, I'm just-
Roll me dice. Give me any result. Give me something here.
What are we rolling? Perception?
Yeah.
It's got to be some kind of
Let's have
perception-based
something to
check.
show
Yeah.
for it.
21.
Oh, that's
because
a
21.
I'm actually good at security.
Your brain fights through both the drinks and the denial. As
So my brain fights through with the drink, with the help of the drink.
yeah. So, your brain, and it almost recoils in horror as it sees Frankie Wild, Stenton Crossbreeze, Spanx Mahoney, and Hondo the Merciless walk in.
No.
And that's where we're going to end tonight's episode.
No! Where the interns are the heroes?
Fuck.
If you like us, we can be found on the internet. We're in such places as Reddit/r/Hapless Heroes Podcast. We're on Facebook and the Gram at we're on Facebook. Look for Hapless Heroes Podcast. We're on Twitter and the Gram at Hapless Heroes. All of those places will take you to the crown jewel of our internet presence, our Discord server. That's the place where we want to meet and greet and hang out with you because we're there. We're just there. You want to come talk to us? We're there, and we're talking D&D, and we're talking other things. We're talking sports and real lives, and we would love you to be part of all these conversations, especially the D&D conversation, because, I mean, come on, guys. That's what we do, right? Now, if you really like us, you can leave us a 5-star review on the podcast service of your choice. I trust that if you are this deep, and I mean, at this point, you are like elbow deep in this podcast, you have a podcast service of your choice, and if they allow you to leave us a review, please leave us a good review. A 5-star review obviously helps make us more visible so that people like you can find, deranged reprobates like us who make strange internet content. And, obviously you're down for that, and we're down for that, and we'd like to find other people who are down for that. So if you give us good reviews, that is how they can find us, but it's also how we can find a way to recognize you as the 5-star human being that you are, because we do read those reviews on air when we get them. Now, if you really, really like us.
Hold on. I actually
Oh, hey there.
Is this person who's balls deep in our
we
podcast?
have someone. We do have.
I think it was elbow deep.
It was elbow deep.
Eyeballs.
Yeah, so there is definitely someone who has written to us in our Discord server, a little 5-star channel there. Mellow Yellow, who's actually been a member of our Discord, I think, for quite some time, has written to us saying, after they found our podcast while listening to a different one, they said it's been a ride. They say, I was intrigued when they mentioned on the other podcast it was not exactly kid-friendly. And luckily, they meant it in a good way. I think he might be talking about when I went on to the D&D Rules as Written podcast, or maybe when I did the one-on-one play session. We'll say it had to be one of those two where I was a guest. What do you think? The jokes are great, except the green one. I'm with James on that one. Okay, Mellow Yellow, come on. You just got to appreciate the classics. Okay?
This is my favorite review of all time.
Say just enough shenanigans to make things fun, but good role play and story to go with it. Keep up the good work, and I can't wait for the plot twist where redacted.
Yeah, sure, whatever. Be that way. Job to be that way.
They spoiler tagged it, so I'm saying redacted.
Join the Discord.
Yeah, I have to click on Discord, which I do every day.
No. So hold on. Thank you, Mellow Yellow. You are a 5-star human being.
See? Told you. That's what we do. We recognize people as 5-star human beings. It's pretty wonderful. Now, if you really, really like us, though, you could donate to our Patreon, patreon.com/haplessheroes. We have a variety of reward tiers. I don't want to get too into the weeds of what they are. We'd encourage you to go take a look yourself. And if you are so inclined to donate to our podcast, we are super appreciative. We use that to fund our hosting and our equipment and, our ongoing subscriptions to the tools that make this podcast great. So we're just really using that to make a better product for you guys. So we very much appreciate it. You're keeping us ad-free, you're keeping us on the airwaves, you're keeping us making good content for you. So, thank you. We love you guys. Really.
And if you like us right now, you like us, Sally Field, and the whole deal. Just make yourself a big pot of soup. Just go to the grocery store, get some fine ingredients, get yourself home, and just go to it.
Soup it up.
Just make some homemade soup.
Sounds,
send us a picture.
Fantastic.
And then log on to our Discord channel and show us some pics of the soup.
We do have a foodstuffs channel, and people have been posting their wonderful creations in there, and also food crimes. I will say.
What's a food crime?
You know exactly.
Like not putting pineapple on pizza?
Shut up right now.
Like being...
Pizza that's entirely pineapple?
Being a little curmudgeonly so-and-so and not liking to have fun.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm pretty sure it was Thessie or someone else who posted up a picture of a slice of watermelon with melted cheese and pepperoni on top, and I screamed.
Wait, did I post the picture of the pizza with slices of kiwi on it?
I don't know if you did, but please don't fucking do that.
No, I'm gonna now.
I am much more no, stop it.
Yeah, before we let this go too far, because we've let this go too far. It is too far. So we're gonna get near. Namely, to my immediate right, with the fabulous Felix Fizzlebottom, played by Francesco.
I had a plan.
To his right, we have Hoblet the Smasher, played by James.
Oh, what the hell? Where's my whiskey?
To his right, we have Lord Jarrell the Light, played by John.
Until next time.
To his right, we have Lord and Captain Quinn Southwind, played by Mike.
I think I need to fill up my flask.
To his right, we have Boris the Butcher, played by Nicole.
Encore! Encore!
To her right, we have Hedrick the Entertainer, played by Phil.
This feels like home.
And to his right, we have Pregnart, played by Zach.
Everybody, move your feet and feel united.
My name is Dave. I have been your host and dungeon master for this evening. We're going to sign off so that we can get our groove thing on, and you should too. We will see you next week. Bye-bye now.
Bye.
Bye.
Goodbye. Goodbye. Goodbye.
Bye.